everyone, it is Phalon, and this is the High Noon live stream. And just to give you a little bit of background, this is something I do every Sunday at noon, Central Time Zone. Just talk about anything and everything that may come up. And if you have a topic that you'd like to see discussed, hey, I'm here. But first off, I'm going to bring up the whole Katherine Kennedy thing. Sorry. But yeah, the Katherine Kennedy thing, I think the woman's ridiculous. I think, honestly, she should be really thinking about what she's saying, unless it's part of her plan. Because Star Wars has gotten a lot of flack. It's gotten some good recent news with the whole Mandalorian. And people are waiting on any news for the Kenobi TV show. But yeah, since The Last Jedi, there's been horrible. Nobody's been happy. And I honestly think this whole thing, it's a ploy to get people talking about Star Wars again. Because for a while, it kind of went away. But now with the Rise of Skywalker coming out in a couple of weeks, I'm thinking this is a ploy to get people talking about Star Wars. And from my understanding, it's not positive feedback that people are giving about the movie because it doesn't seem as good. Granted, it does not have Filoni, Favreau, people have been working on Mandalorian. I think people are going to be looking towards those people as, okay, this is Star Wars. This is what we've been waiting for. So, yeah, that's my whole take on it. I kind of agree with what Christy was saying last night about possibly being a publicity stunt, just to get people talking, because they've been talking about like making a KOTOR movie, and I have to ask, well, if there is no original content, then where did that come from? That's what I'm saying. Hey, Butterfingers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But yeah, lots of things to discuss within the hour because I only think the live stream will last 1 hour. Let's see. Okay. Eric, you're mean. Don't be mean. Christy is awesome. She's one of the nicest people. And has been super supportive of this channel. But yeah, if you haven't seen The Mandalorian, you definitely should. It's a great show. The second episode's really, really slow and laggy, but it's not horrible. The third episode, I think, is the best episode out of the entire season so far. We haven't seen everything else because I believe there's like 8 or 10 episodes for an entire season for The Mandalorian, and it's like 30 minutes long. The show itself seems to be designed for more geared to adults. Despite there is no blood, but you can kind of see what they're doing. Eric, be nice. But yeah, overall, I'm loving the show. I am absolutely loving it. I wouldn't give it a perfect 5 stars. It's more like 4. Mostly because I'm still kind of cautious on what they're going to be doing with the rest of the season. Because me, like others, are kind of afraid that Katherine Kennedy is going to completely destroy it. And that's terrifying. Because we've seen what she's done to the other movies. Things don't get done without her say-so. So yeah, it's like, woman, either you're an idiot or you're manipulative or what. But yeah, overall, Mandalorian, I think it's good. I know I saw a picture of Dave Filoni, John Favreau, and George Lucas sitting together while they're filming The Mandalorian, which I think that's a good sign. I think that's a very good sign. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. And and this is something, I've been talking a lot about, possibly to death. But everybody's kind of still freaking out about the COPA and all that other stuff. And so there's a movement starting with YouTubers where they're going to not post any videos through November 26th. I believe Neurotic is going to be doing this. Because I know Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers posted last night saying he's going to do a little bit more search into this before he decides whether he is going to or not. Because there is a lot of people that aren't going to be posting content at all for the next 2 to 3 days. I do not know if I am going to take part in that, because my concern is how much this will impact channels. Yes, it could hurt YouTube in a way, but it could also hurt the YouTubers with the viewers, subscribers, and stuff like that. I'm just really concerned about it. It's like, on one hand, I would absolutely love to participate in that, but I don't know if it would even do anything, really, because it's just a mess. It's like, and it's not really YouTube that's doing this, it's the FTC. It's like, well, it's really both of them, but still, it's like, really? I don't know if doing a blackout will do anything for it. Hey, maybe it will. Maybe it will change some things. So, honestly, I think it is up to the creators whether they want to do this or not. But it also means just people, I don't believe they will be doing any live streams during the next couple of days, if they are, in fact, doing this. Because that's kind of uploading content. At least in my opinion. But, oh my gosh, I've just gone through 3 topics in 6 minutes. Oh, wish I could have made that go longer. But, yeah. Oh, gosh. This is why it's useful to have people with you. But, yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. I don't think I will be participating in the blackout day or days, because some people are saying that the 26th don't publish anything at all. Some people are saying don't publish from the now through the 26th. Or it might be the 29th. I don't remember. I'm going to have to look back up on it. Because if it's the 29th, you're going to possibly lose a lot of stuff. But I think it would impact more small YouTubers than big YouTubers, because they've got all those videos and subscribers, or it probably wouldn't really put a dent on them. Whereas someone like me, who's got 86 subscribers, 100 and something videos, very limited time and stuff. It's like, I don't want to hurt this channel, because that is a big fear. Oh, okay. We are back to having 0 viewers. Okay, so this has gone to the point of, okay, it's not going to matter what people say or anything. It was nice for Butterfingers and Eric Breen to show up for a little bit, so apparently I'm going to be on my own. No one will be here. But yeah, let's see. Star Trek. I know that I'm becoming the person in the community that's like, that it's automatically assumed I like or love Discovery. It's a little bit hard with me. It's like, it's okay. I don't love it, but it's okay. I'm hoping season 3 will be, it at the very minimum, decent. Season 2 was decent, but the whole focusing on Michael Burnham is really annoying. But I know I need to get out my later review for Star Trek Discovery Episode 9, where Spock basically lays into Michael and her little hero complex. Because that's what she has. She has a hero complex that she needs to be the focus of the universe, which I think was a nice touch. It really helped overall, especially with how many people really hate her character. And it's like, yeah, we all agree. Spock's right. And I'm like, I like the actor. I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but I like the actor that is playing. Oh, Eric. Hello. Okay. Thank you so much, Eric. I appreciate that. I'm also in the middle of eating dinner. Not dinner. Well, I guess you could say dinner. I live in the South. Just a bunch of chicken strips, barbecued. But yeah, it's like, I'm hopeful for season 3, but I don't know if that's what we'll get. I'm hoping Burnham isn't going to be the absolute focus. And I noticed something they did. Like the officer in the episode, crap, I can't think of her name. The one, the android that that died. That they had that actress playing 2 parts, and they introduced the human counterpart during one of the previous episodes. I noticed, so maybe they actually do have a plan. Maybe for once they actually do have a plan, that it's not just they're throwing things in there all willy-nilly. Because that is something I've been afraid of with this season. Because I think that's what they did last season. That they just threw things on the wall, see if they stick. Which is kind of funny. It's like, dude, learn to write. Or get someone that knows how to write. On Picard, I love Patrick Stewart's work. I'm not a big fan of the actor himself, but I'm hopeful on the Picard show. I probably will watch the first season just to see how it goes, to see if it's my kind of thing. I believe, I don't know if this is true, but what I have heard is the show, it's about him and he has like Alzheimer's or dementia. So I don't know how that's going to work out, but I am looking forward to it. I will review that as it comes out. I'm trying to hurry up and get these reviews of season 2 of Star Trek Discovery out, of C, up to this point, because I think a lot of these streaming shows, they are about 8 to 10 episodes, I believe. But we'll see. We'll see. But overall, I think I'm hoping that what we're going to be getting in about, I think, starting January are some good content. But January is also when YouTube will finally find out what is going to be going on for us. Because I know that some people are already being impacted, that even if they are an adult channel, that their stuff is being labeled for kids. Thankfully, none of my stuff has. Because why would a child want to watch a movie review? That's more of an adult thing, I would think. It's just like, it's a mess right now. It's chaos. It is the apocalypse. At least in my opinion. And I'll be glad when it's over. When the dust has settled and cleared, we'll be all fine. At least that's what I think it will be. Oh, gosh. Gotcha. So, yeah, I got into a discussion yesterday about all the old 90s shows. And yes, I was one of those kids that sat around during the time when they had cartoons on. I would watch them. And I didn't really see, like, the Cartoon Network, the 24/7 hour service until I was, like, in my teens. It's like, I loved cartoons during that time. Cartoons now are just so bleh. I'm not a big fan of cartoons now. And it's so sad that they removed all those cartoons during the early mornings. Now it's all news and sports. And it's like, way to ruin it for the kids. So, 80s and 90s kids, I think, will be the only ones to ever have that, where you get so freaking excited about those cartoons. They're coming on in the morning. And it was wonderful. It was a great time. But yeah, not what we have now. I know we have like 24/7 cartoon channels and stuff like that, but it's not the same. Then again, I was one of those kids that watched all those super, like, oh gosh, there was Wildcats, X-Men, Spider-Man, Silver Surfer, Fantastic Four, Incredible Hulk. Incredible Hulk during the 90s was wonderful. There was, the Mighty Ducks, Ghostbusters. And there was like two versions of Ghostbusters ones. I think there was one like early 90s or late 80s where they actually drew the guys onto there. They made them kind of look weird. But it was a good time. I loved cartoons back then. I hate cartoons now. I don't really watch animated shows. I will admit to watching anime, but I consider anime and animation completely different styles. Because anime usually comes off of, like, I'm probably pronouncing this wrong. Manga. It comes off those comics. Because then there's so many styles. Yeah, my friend and I, Zebra, we both are really into that. We're also into different video games. But yeah, it can be different. It can be so very different. Sorry, I have food in my mouth. But yeah, it's like, I haven't really watched a lot of the shows that are on regular TV now. I know that Supernatural is going on its last season. I poked my head in a couple of times to just check stuff out on that. And it's basically a rehash of the last, 17, 18 years it's been on the air, which is insane. It's one of the longest running series. I will need to check to see if it is the longest running series, at least in America, because looking at Doctor Who, that show ran for longer than that, I would think. Maybe 25 years before it had to go on a break and then get resurrected back in like 2005. And now it looks like it's going to end up going on another break where it'll probably be about a decade or so before somebody tries to reboot. Well, not so much reboot as in get the show back on the air with new showrunners and cast and stuff like that, because with how Doctor Who is looking right now, because it is a phenomenon and I thought it was a great series. I have not watched Jodie Foster's episodes, and what I've heard, especially from Neurotic and other people, it is not a good show. It's boring. It is too preachy. And I don't want preachy. I want to be entertained. I want to be taken off to visit worlds and stories and history and alternate history, alternate universes. I love alternate universe kind of storylines because that's my escape. Because I don't want reality. Reality sucks. And that's the truth. Nobody likes being preached at. And I try to avoid the whole preachiness because that's not why I'm here. This channel is to give people another opinion. That's it. Just give you another opinion because it feels like everything is just so negative. Everything is so horrible. And it's like, okay, let's try this. Because sometimes you just need another opinion, something that isn't exactly a popular opinion, because I know my Star Trek isn't a popular opinion, because I will agree with most of people that season 1 was a dumpster fire, and season 2 was decent, while other people still say season 2 was a dumpster fire. But I think what really helped was Captain Pike and Spock, though Spock is some people aren't happy with the guy that played Spock, but I think he did well with the material he was given. That is a big thing. I think a lot of these casts get flack for saying, oh, the show was horrible because of this person and this person. I don't think it's so much problem the actors and actresses. I think it's the writing. Pure and simple. If you don't have a good script, then it's going to be horrible. It is. It is going to be the most horrible thing on God's green earth. Sorry, Buzz. But yeah, I think that is the major problem with television right now and movies. Honestly, I think if they had the right script for Terminator Dark Fate, it wouldn't have been Terminator's Dark Fate to fail. They just needed the right story. Because a lot of people, from what I'm hearing, they're not complaining about the cast. Not really. They're complaining about the story. Oh, no worries, Eric. It's okay. You're actually helping me still, even if you're not commenting. I have no problem with that. It's okay. But yeah, I think pure and simple, the problem with movies isn't so much the cast, unless they're like Brie Larson shooting off their mouth constantly about how evil men are. But I think it's the writing. it is the writer's fault about the state of the movies. I don't think the actors and actresses shooting off their politics are helping, but I think it's mostly with the writers. But because look at all the movies that have been coming out, they've mostly been reboots. Like I was talking last night, it's like most reboots are so horrible. It's just like, leave it alone. And I think I'm one of those few people that liked, I think it was Jupiter Ascendant, Jupiter Rising. It had Mila Kunis in it. It was a great movie, and it was new, at least to me. And I would love to see new kind of movies come out, even if they don't make millions and billions of dollars. I want to see new creative ventures. But I think I'm not the only one that wants to see stuff that's original. Everyone wants to see stuff that's original. Because pure and simple, it's like, give us something new. Something to chew on. It's just, oh, more viewers. Hi, welcome. Yeah, I'm going off on tangents on how we need actual new ideas because, I'm going to be upset if they try to reboot The Princess Bride with a feminist agenda because, yeah, that's not my thing. I hate that kind of stuff. It's horrible. It's just, no, I don't want it. Nobody wants it. Sorry, I'm also eating lunch at the same time. It's like, crap. Oh, gosh. But overall, writers could do better. They could. Because I honestly, 100%, and I don't think I'm the only one in this that is tired of reboots, that they want to see something new. New ideas, new concepts. I don't mind if people are like using tropes as long as the universe is new, as long as it's a completely different idea. Oh yeah, I'm right there with you, Butterfingers. Because honestly, I don't understand why they're getting rights to reboot stuff. It's like, get a new idea, get your own idea. There are tons of writers that have really cool ideas. I have seen in this, I'm not crapping on anyone. It's just I feel like that fan fiction writers write better than what we are getting on screen. And yes, I know that they're whatever, but gosh, it's bad. But I'm hoping this whole reboot thing is going to slowly go away, because it used to be you'd only get reboots every so often and they weren't bad, but now they're trying to reboot everything and it's like, I understand back when they came out with the new Trek. I think that's what everybody calls it, new Trek. Okay, it was okay. I was fine when they were trying to reboot the universe because there hadn't been really a lot of Star Trek out in a long time. And then there was talks about, it was before Discovery came out, and people were excited because a lot of people had enjoyed those movies. I enjoyed those movies. The second and third one were not the best, but they were okay. The third one, I think they could have had a better story. If they were going to bring all that in, it's like, yeah, could have done better, honestly. Second movie, I know a lot of people have problem with how they brought Khan in and changed the whole storyline. And then they did all those Easter eggs towards, like, the Wrath of Khan. Gosh. It's true better. It is like they are going through a list of old movies. And that kind of terrifies me that they are. Because they really need to leave the old movies alone, especially the ones that are really well loved. I hope they never touch Never Ending Story, because that was one of the greats. I haven't watched the Dark Crystal prequel TV series, but I have heard that is a good one. That it's not a reboot, it's just a continuation, and it's done by the people that created Dark Crystal. I'm like, okay, that's a completely different thing. That is just telling how things developed into the Dark Crystal. So I'm hoping for good stuff on that. I know that there's been talk about rebooting Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I don't want it. Don't want it at all. It's like, leave it alone. I don't want you messing with that. I'm not happy. I'm not happy that they rebooted Charmed. I haven't watched it, but I'm not happy that they rebooted it and changed so much about it. I would have been happy if they were going to bring Charmed on, but they continued it with Wyatt and Chris and Melinda, who was supposed to be Piper's youngest daughter. I would have loved to see them bring. I know that a lot of people don't like Alyssa Milano right now, but I think people would have liked her a little bit more if they had resurrected and brought the old cast in. Because yes, they're older and they probably can't do as much stuff as they used to, because most people, as they get older, they get slower. They get easier to injure. So yeah. And I'm with you right there, Butterfingers. Oh, here. If this will show. Let's reboot this one. And you know what? That's what they do. It's like they think they're going to make money off of it, and they're not. They're not doing it right. It's like, we never had a Joker movie before. Not at all. And we finally got one, and it's loved. It's not bad. But I will say I'm not a psychological thriller person. And it really put me very tense through the entire movie. And I finally relaxed about, I think it was last 30 minutes of the movie when we really got the Joker. It was good, but you have to get through all that anxiety and all that storyline that's going on. I've only seen it once because I think that's the most I could put myself through it. You're right. You're right, Butterfingers. They are not faithful to any of the movies or television shows, really. I think if they were going to resurrect the Charlie's Angels movies, what they really could have done is bring back Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, and Lucy Liu. Because that's what I thought they were going to do when they said they were rebooting or resurrecting the series. Because they did great. I loved it. I know the second one with them wasn't the 100% best, but it was great. And it established that it wasn't ignoring the history that they were the Charlie's Angels. The TV show happened in that universe. And then later on, then all these girls became Charlie's Angels and stuff. And it's been going on probably for a long time. And I was happy with it. I think that is one of the times that they were faithful to the original. I haven't, and I mentioned this last night, but I haven't seen the original Hawaii Five-0, so I don't know if that TV series was faithful to it, to the original content, like you were saying. But it's like, so there is a big time hit and miss this entire thing. It's like either these people know how to respect it, and then there's people who don't know how to do that. It's like with Star Wars. The Disney sequels, which is what a lot of people are calling it now. They're not calling it the sequel series. They're calling it the Disney series because they are trying to retcon a lot of history or dishonor what came before. You're right, Butterfield. If they could do it right, Weekend at Bernie's would be cool. I will not argue with that one bit. I think if they had the right writers, they could come up with some really cool reboots to series. But as of right now, I don't trust people to do that, to honor all these great movies that came before. I'm terrified about what they would do with Caddyshack. Because that was pretty well loved. Revenge of the Nerds, I don't want them to touch. All those 80s and 90s movies, it's like, oh, don't touch it. Don't. Oh, crap. I'm trying to think of Shaft. I don't know if they did that movie any justice. I haven't seen it. I probably should. Just to see if it was any good. Because I know that Rotten Tomatoes gave it a horrible score. Horrible score. And just because Rotten Tomatoes gives something a bad score doesn't mean it's bad. It might actually be so much better than what they're saying because you can't go by what the reviewers are saying in those articles. You have to actually go and look at what the viewer rank is. And it's actually a really... okay, good. It's not PC. Yes. I hate this whole PC culture that's developed. And you know what? I was one of those people growing up. It's like, okay, be politically correct, be nice and stuff to everyone and respectful. But that's not what PC culture has turned into. It's a mess. It is a 100% mess. But yeah, I think I might very well watch that then. Oh my gosh, no. We do not want them to touch that. Eric, not at all. We can't trust them to touch any old movies because we know they're going to get ruined. It's like everyone is just trying to earn a quick buck. They don't care about content, but now people are just tired of it. We are tired of all the crap that people have been throwing down our throats. And now it's becoming obvious that nobody's going to watch those. Reviewers might, just to say, okay, this movie's crap, don't go watch it. Like when I started the channel, I saw all the videos from the Fandom Menace about how horrible it was. And I was like, I love Star Wars. I absolutely love it. This movie can't be that bad. I was wrong, and I should never have doubted them. It was that bad. Everything they said about the movie was true. It was like, why would they do this to him? And by him, I mean Mark Hamill's character, Luke, because they ruined him. They did, and I'm still upset about it. And I'm terrified about what they're going to do to that movie. I am. Doesn't mean I'm not going to watch it for the sake of a review, but it's going to be a mess. All these movies, I feel like there's very few movies that are not a mess. All right, you have fun, Butterfingers. I was happy to have you. But yeah. Oh man, reboots are the worst. They are. It's like, why do you do this to us? What have we done to receive this kind of treatment? People aren't going to pay for it. Because you know what? A lot of people listen to what all these YouTube reviewers have to say. It's like, if they feel like they've been correct and stuff about stuff, and they are of the same mind, they are not going to disagree with what they said. It's like on some, I've watched a lot of reviews, and half of the time I will disagree because their opinion is not my opinion. And that's why a lot of times in my videos, you will see me saying, trust but verify. You need to, you can trust them till the cows come home. But what you have to consider is, just because somebody says something doesn't mean it's going to be true. And I really wish that there were movies that were coming out that I could talk about how great they are. Nope, not even a little. I haven't seen anything that's going to make me go, oh, this was a great movie and everything and da-da-da. No, not even a little. What I want to see, because I think it was part of the deal so they could use Spider-Man again from Sony, that they're supposed to be including a Venom movie. That Venom's going to be part of the MCU. If that's true, heck yeah, they better keep the same actor because he's great. He made a wonderful Venom. And it's like, oh gosh, I'm hopeful. But like Eric said, do not trust the current year, not to screw it up. Granted, he's talking about Caddyshack, but you really can't trust any of these movie makers to make a good movie. It sucks. But we will see how things are going to work out. That's what it all amounts to. Is like, is this going to be good? Is it not going to be good? We don't know. And I'm really apprehensive watching Frozen because my niece has decided yesterday is like to tell me all about the movie. It's like, don't tell me these things. I'm not going to go watch it if you do that. Because I probably won't watch Frozen now. Since I got told what something happens. And I'm hoping... I'm trying to decide right now whether I'm going to be start doing a series of spoiler reviews and a series of non, or just combine them in one video. Because I tried to do that in my last video, but the editing wasn't the best. But yeah, I'm doing some experiments with this channel because this is a new channel, even though it is approaching that 1 year. It will be a year old in like late February. And oh my gosh, my dad, he's a public speaker. He goes out and talks to people in auditoriums and stuff, and was looking over my stuff. And we end up with a conversation because I've had people complain about that I move my hands around so much. And it's like, well, I can't really stop myself because it's more like genetics. Because my dad, he moves his hands all over the place, and so do I. Hey, Classic Glue, happy to have you. Yeah, and he was saying, well, you get that from me. It's why he has to have like a mic headset on his head, because otherwise the microphone, he starts swinging it around and you can't really hear it. I'm guessing he's had a couple of those because with hands, you can really express everything you are feeling. And it's hard to just hold still because it's like, because then you get really monotone how you're talking. And I have a habit of going back and forth. So in my videos, I've noticed it. And it's like, I need to keep my hands occupied. I need to get my point across. And it's like, I've gotten a few complaints about that. But it's like, you really haven't watched a lot of public speaking, have you? They're very... We have some Italian ancestry, if that helps, but we're mutts. We're from all over the place. But yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. If I had a better computer, I'd probably try that, the voiceover, rather than just showing my face. But at the same time, I don't mind showing my face as much as I did when I started. It's like, if you go back and watch my first video, which is like Phoenix, it's horrible. I'm terrified on the camera, and you can tell. I'm more relaxed. I focus more on the camera lens, looking straight at it, addressing everyone in general. Which I would totally be showing you right now if my computer wasn't a piece of trash. But hey, we work with what we got. I might eventually try to do a couple of videos where it's just a voiceover and you have some clips. But with the state of YouTube right now, I'm going to hold off on that and just use basic camera recording and just edit. Edit. Oh, that's cool. Italian, Swedish, Maltese. That is really cool. Oh, gosh. Man, been at this for 35 minutes. But, oh, gosh. Itchy. But, yeah, Classic Glue, if you haven't tried yet, you should... you should check out Fandom Collective and like contact them about getting joining, really, because they will post the link to your videos. It's what they do for me all the time, which has been super helpful. And they're really nice people. Absolutely love them. Flip, I think him out of the whole, out of the administrators, out of the group, has been the most helpful to me. He's someone you can just go to, talk to about everything. Oh yeah, Flip. Yeah, he's great. He has been one of the biggest helps to me, and he has commented on a few of my videos. Most of it has been Star Wars, which I think his channel primarily, that's what he does. So yeah, he's great. He is one of my go-to people. Like if I have questions and stuff, I am actually sometime in December, I will be doing a live stream with him. We haven't ironed out the details, but yeah, me and him are going to be doing one, and I'm really excited about that. There's still a few people I need to contact about doing live streams with them, because that's exciting. I love doing live streams with people, because sometimes doing it by yourself can be so tedious, and you sometimes forget what you're talking about, or you go through all the topics too quickly because you don't have people to like bounce off stuff with. Like, I know that Christy, she said she wanted to start joining me on more of my live streams because we work well together. I absolutely love her. And there's a certain person named Eric that just gives us crap. But Eric's great. He's also, you should definitely be following him if you aren't. He's currently at work, but still listening. I don't know if I've watched Ronaldo's video. I get a lot of, I try to follow everyone in the Fandom Menace, like whenever they pop up saying, oh, new blood. I try to follow everyone. It's sometimes difficult because I may not be on that day, because I do try to have a life. Okay. What I would recommend is to just start trying to ask people to join you on a live stream or trades. That's what Flip told me. Talk to people about trades where you'll go onto one of their live streams and they'll come onto yours. Oh, okay. Wait, I know which one you're talking about. Okay, yeah, because I have that on the list of things I need to watch this week. But yeah, I will definitely check that out. Yeah, Flip is becoming one of those personalities that you could compare to, like, oh, what is his name? Markiplier. Yeah, where you have a bunch of different characters you play on screen. I don't know if I could do that. I'm not a great actress. I tried once, but because I tried out for one role and they assigned me a different one. It's like, I don't want to play the grouchy old lady. But it was like The Truth About Ernest. It was great. But yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out today. Flips, because I try to watch a lot of the videos that are on there to help support everyone, because everybody needs every view they can get. Kung Fu Master character. Awesome. Yep. He's sounding a bit more like Markiplier every day. And eventually, I had wanted to do it, get it out this week, but I don't think it's going to work out. I'm going to start doing like a little show of my own, but it's mostly discussing what's in the news and stuff like that. That relates to entertainment. But I don't know when that will come about. I had hope this week, but didn't work out. Because that was what I watch a lot of YouTubers who talk about the best ways to get views, to get really people engaged and stuff. And one of the things they said was YouTubers need to have a show that is at the same time, at the same day, every week, because a lot of people have built their name on just that, which is part of what High Noon is. I do this every Sunday at noon, Central Time Zone, because the whole I'll meet you at high noon. So, yeah, this is my little way of doing this. I don't know when the other plans will come to fruition. We will see. We will see. Yeah, one of the things I like to say is we will see. We don't know if it's going to happen, but we will see. Yeah, it's like I 100% try to support people, try to put comments, try to put likes. Oh, yeah, I agree. I agree. That's why I always try to put my opinion on stuff, because my opinion is not going to be everybody else's opinion. Because right now, I'm just doing reviews, and I try to do live streams with people, just talking about different stuff. And I'm only just now starting to review movies that are in the theater. But I think right now, it's hard to focus on television movies when everybody's having a panic attack and leaving YouTube. But yeah. Speaking of which, Classic Glue, are you going to be participating in the no content until the after the 26th? Because I know a lot of YouTubers are doing that, especially the big YouTubers. Like Nerdrotic and stuff like, and people like that. I don't know if Geeks and Gamers is doing that they're going to not post any videos until afterwards, which that'll be interesting. I'm going to be having to do, because not a ton of people talk to me, so I kind of find stuff on my own. I'm still trying to find a good source of how to get where to go for entertainment news. Okay, so the whole thing with COPA, YouTube, and the FTC has caused people to kind of panic, and now to, I guess, show their displeasure, they're not going to post any videos at all until like after the 26th, thinking that will help their case and maybe say, no, we won't do this. This is unfair. But yeah, if you look it up, let me see. Okay, yeah, dead upload day. Look that up on Twitter and you'll see some posts on it. Because people were posting whether they're going to be part of it or they're not going to be part of it. Some people think it's not even going to do squat. But yeah. Yeah, just check Twitter. The dead upload day is, I don't think I'm going to participate in it because I don't think it'll do much and I don't want to harm my channel. All right, Eric, I'll see you later. Thank you. Well, okay. The problem is that they added something in that they said children attractive content, not just children's content, children attractive content. And that could be anything at all. And that's where things get really blurry, which is why people are panicking, because with children attractive content, it could be a song, it could be a color, it could be a poster in the background, and say that's child attractive. I don't know how things are going to play out. I know some people have already gotten tagged by YouTube saying this video is children's content when it's not. That's where people are starting to really get afraid. And the FTC currently is taking comments on whether they should change the rules, just anything, any problems you're having with the whole thing at all. Yeah, apparently that's not going to protect us. I don't see what the problem is. It asks you if this is for kids. You say yes or no. They said that's not going to protect you because some people are going to be putting in the wrong one purposely, and that's where they're going to get that charge for $42,000. Like my content, this is not for kids, I will admit. Yep. Yeah, you can't get comments, you can't add in screens. Yeah. It's a whole mess, and that is why people are freaking out. I'm hoping everything will be fine, and it's not as bad as we feel like it's going to be. Because a lot of people are fear-mongering, and a lot of people are just saying, oh, it's just another day on YouTube. Yep. The biggest people that are having to worry are the gamers and people who like make animations, personal animations, not anything that's like connected to like Disney or anything, but Disney's in trouble too. Because no one will subscribe to their stuff. Yeah, I think so, because when I was watching the thing, it was talking about how they were going after the people that made money off. I'm like, I don't think that's going to be a problem for the people who are under 1,000 or haven't started making any money at all. Because people like me, I'm like, I have like 86 subscribers. I don't know if I have more than that since the live stream started. I shouldn't have to worry because I don't make money at all. It's going to probably be a couple of years before I can make any money. But yeah, it's like, and I have tried to make some money for this channel, and I don't mean through like advertisements and stuff. Like, I have like Teespring storefronts. I don't get anybody go by there to check those stuff out, but it's really hard. And I hope that people who aren't having to worry about it. Tito, thank you for that. I'm curious, why do you say avoid Teespring? I tried that, and it's hard. At least with Teespring, I know that I will get the money because one of my friends, he bought a shirt that said Destroyer of Worlds, a shirt I made, and I think I got like $4 off that. But that's because I have all my shirts and stuff at a lower price than most people would put at, like $14. Stuff like that. It's like, I don't expect to make a ton of money off those. I have been checking those, Tito, but I will look over it after the live stream. But yeah, I also figure might as well put this up. I don't know how long the Phalon React store will last. Hello, Blaze. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, I don't know how long I'll keep Teespring. I just like making shirts on there. It's fun. They don't always look like the best stuff, but hey, it's fun. Nice. Zazzle. Okay, okay. I haven't had any trouble with the store setup. Not at all. But I will check out Zazzle. Also, Tito, I think I posted it. It was a couple of days ago. Because I do need more information on if I can like have posters in my background, or I'm running the risk of being charged $42,000 for it. Because that is a weird thing. But yeah, I'll check it. Classic. Let's see. Where did I put all my markers? And yes, y'all can probably hear my accent when on occasion it does flare up. Because I grew up in West Texas. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy you're here. Granted, it's like I was expecting to shut this off after an hour because I didn't think many people would come. Not a lot of people show up. to my live streams. I don't think I've ever reached the double digit though. That's probably going to take a long time before that happens because I'm a small YouTuber. I think people have only started noticing me. And I will admit my videos probably aren't the best out there because I can go back and start cringing after I put it up. But I don't cringe nearly as much as I do with my first video because that's just horrible. But yeah, I'm just writing this address down, Tito, that you gave me. So I'll remember it because after I close the window on this live stream, it'll take me a while to find the video again. I've got a nice little whiteboard right here. I will be ticked off if somebody erases the stuff. Okay, yeah, the FTC does seem more flexible. What YouTube did probably wasn't the best, saying, oh, you need to get a lawyer. It's like, what the heck? We didn't do anything. Especially the small YouTubers who don't even make money off this stuff. Okay, let's see. I don't know. Did that link for you? You can see what my storefront looks like. I'll have to check because I'm not seeing any Zazzle from you. Classic Blue. Okay. Cool. Works. There's just so much. I'm hoping things will get better. It's like, I think the major issue is if we don't have specifics, people kind of panic because anything can be exploited. Sad but true. And oh my gosh. Okay, y'all both sent a link. Okay. Thank you, Tito. I got it. Always nice to get likes. Which I don't think I've really gotten many dislikes on any of my live streams. I know that it really doesn't matter if you get likes or dislikes as long as someone hits a button because they're still watching it. You're still getting views and minutes and time, which is good, at least in my opinion. Oh gosh, yeah. But I don't think this is as much about politics, this whole thing, because it's not even there. It's about protecting kids, but it could turn political. I can see where you get that. Hey, Death, how are you? I'm probably going to be only on like 15 more minutes because I did make plans with my best friend. We had some stuff we were going to do, and I know I need to go through everything on this page Tito sent me. Okay, yeah. I'll have to read through that after this. But yeah, it's like figure out what's going to be going on. Hmm. And I will definitely check out the Zazzle thing. Yeah, they could do that. They could very well do that. It's classic glue. That's a good point that and it's something I've seen some people, an argument they've been making about how they're going to start censoring people, but I don't really think they want to do that because it could cause a major stink. Like if they go after one of those big channels that is criticizing specific group or person and stuff, that could cause a severe backlash and really bad PR for them. Because now with how YouTube is one of those places where you can make and break a career. And if they've got a huge following, that could really go bad for them. At least in my opinion. But we're going to see how this is going to play out. Best we can do is keep updated, and great people like Tito putting out those links that tell you da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. And I'm hoping I will get to go see a new movie sometimes this week. But it'll probably be after I finally get see episode 3 out. And then the 9th episode review up. Because I know I've been lax. I've been saying, I'm going to get this out. I'm going to get this out. It's like, and then things happen. But yeah. It's how the cookie crumbles. But yeah, I think I'm going to just cut out now. You're right. Nothing lasts forever. But I will catch y'all on the flip side. Thanks for coming.